welcome to the 93rd installment of Em Alejandro, your number one place for sports, cars, video games, fitness. If you're a man, you're here. Mr. Alejandro's about to tell him.
What you about to tell him, Alejandro?
My New York Knicks have gotten off to their worst start in franchise history.
Damn!
And now the dysfunction has gotten out of control. Now there are trade rumors circulating around Carmelo Anthony. I cover these tough topics
in the television.
Tell him, Alejandro!
TEA drinkers. Oh Lord, if you not out here in New York, then you just won't understand my pain. But I'm gonna try and break it down for you as simple as I can, cause right now I am just crushed. It's a brand new NBA season, and my New York Knicks, not only are they just as bad as they've been for basically their whole entire history, they're even worse than they were last season. In fact, this is a new low. In the first 24 games, they won 4, lost 20. They're now off to their worst start in franchise history. This is unbelievable. But then again, it's not really unbelievable because it's the New York Knicks. And the reason why I'm in so much pain is because my New York Giants stink. New York Yankees, basura. New York Mets, non-existent. New York Jets, pathetic. Do you see what the problem is? Brooklyn Nets are like the only hope that we have, and they haven't even gotten off to a very good start. And they have their own problems in the locker room as well. So right now, sports in the state of New York is just at an all-time low. Now, as for my New York Knicks, recently there was a situation where Carmelo Anthony apparently did not hustle enough for a rebound, and one of Carmelo Anthony's teammates, second-year player Tim Hardaway Jr., decided to call StarMelo out. On the bench, you can hear Tim Hardaway Jr. scream out, "Go get the rebound!" And StarMelo took offense to that. We don't know for sure if Hardaway was talking towards Melo, but apparently Melo took offense and confronted Tim Hardaway Jr. and basically told him, "Look here, I will snuff you and I'll hit you with the people's elbow. Don't be telling me what to do." After that game, a few days later, New York Knicks, players only meeting. The players on the New York Knicks sat down with Melo and basically told him, "Look here, we're 4-20, we stink, and you know what we feel? We feel like you, StarMelo, are not passing the basketball enough. We also feel like you're not playing any defense. You only want to play defense when you feel like it, as opposed to all the time." Things is getting nasty out here in New York, because if you remember last season, the Knicks did not play very good until the end of the season. In their last 21 games, they won 16, lost 5, and a lot of cats were blaming Coach Mike Woodson for last season. Well, you know what? The quote-unquote scapegoat is gone now, and the New York Knicks are even worse. Now, going into this season, the expectations for the New York Knicks were they were not going to be a good team. But 4-20 is a new low, B. This is kind of ridiculous what's going on. I'll break it down for you how you know it's ridiculous. Because as a fan, you know it's an all-time low when you completely stop caring. I'm not watching their games as thoroughly as I once upon a time did. I expect them to lose now going into games. For example, tonight they're going to go into Boston and play Rajon Rondo and the Boston Celtics. I don't even care whether the Knicks win or lose, unfortunately, because the season's done. Season's over. It's a wrap. Carmelo Anthony has a bum knee. He's contemplating surgery, and he may miss a significant amount of time for the rest of the season. Trade rumors, StarMelo Anthony. Recently, there's been a report from the NY Post. Carmelo Anthony would be willing to waive the no trade clause in his contract. What does that mean? Basically, Carmelo Anthony can't be traded unless he agrees to the trade. Now, I don't know whether to believe the NY Post right now or not, but what I do know is if Melo is on the trade block, there will definitely be a lot of buyers. I do not blame StarMelo Anthony for our 4-20 start. Also, there's a lot of people who is talking about, "Oh look, Melo regrets not going to the Chicago Bulls over the summer." No! And if you think he should have went to the Bulls, then I'm gonna just backhand the hell out of you right now. No, he shouldn't have went to the Bulls. Wanna know why? It's simple math. The Chicago Bulls were offering Carmelo Anthony $75 million. That's the most they can offer. The New York Knicks offered Carmelo Anthony $129 million. That's almost $50 million more bread. I'm always going to take $50 million more.
The money is the motive.
It don't matter. If I gotta lose to take $50 million more, so be it. Now, Carmelo Anthony took a $5 million discount, but hey, $124 million is still more than $75 million, baby. Do the math, do your homework. So now, with that being said, I look at this potential trade, and I also notice that there is a clause in Carmelo Anthony's contract where if he is traded, he gets an additional $17+ million. So maybe this is what Melo was thinking all along, since the New York Knicks were able to offer StarMelo the biggest contract out of any other team. Take that contract. Then if things go south, request a trade, get an extra 17 M's, aka more than 140 M's, and then go to a team that you choose because you have a no trade clause and potentially win some games. Not a bad idea by Melo, but he will definitely be looked upon as a punk and a chump if he runs away from the situation that the New York Knicks are in right now. Carmelo Anthony has acknowledged that publicly. It's a tough position that the Knicks and Melo are in right now. If I were the New York Knicks, I would not necessarily trade Melo, but I would look into trading him, because as bad as we are with him, it basically would not be a difference without him. Not that he's a bum, but hey, we need to start rebuilding. A lot of cats say, well, yeah, well, New Yorkers are impatient. They can't rebuild. That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Of course we can rebuild. We simply have not chosen to rebuild yet. On the low, we've been rebuilding. We need a full-fledged rebuild, son, from start to finish. It's okay to rebuild. Go get some young assets. If we can build around Melo, do that. But if we need to use our biggest asset, which is Melo right now, to move him and possibly get young players and draft picks, that would be a good look. For example, if we were to trade StarMelo to the Chicago Bulls, we could possibly acquire my man's Mr. Cardio, Jimmy Butler.
I got stamina.
We could possibly acquire Nikola Mirotic. Those are not too bum. Those are two nice young players that actually have potential. We can also acquire Taj Gibson. So it's not necessarily a bad thing to move Melo right now. But we have to understand that the eject button, we've been hit the eject button. It's a wrap. If we was on ER, we would have been done by now. It's time to truly look at this team, acknowledge the failure, and try something. Because at this pace, woo, it's a wrap. There you have it, folks. Mr. Alejandro's tough topics in the Tell 'em So. My New York Knicks are at an all-time low. And I must give credit to the owner, James Dolan, because he has not meddled in to what's going on right now. Our roster simply stinks. We lack talent. That's it. We play no defense. It's nothing that Coach Mike Woodson did last season. We're just Basuda, my G. What do you think, TA drinkers? Do you think the Knicks should trade Carmelo Anthony or nah? And what do you think about StarMelo and Tim Hardaway Jr. beefing? Tell them in the comments. Tonight's spicy bow tie is brought to you by Countess Mara. Green and yellow got me feeling like Melo. Tune in for more sports, cars, vegan, fitness, and all that. Follow at Em Alejandro to hear my immediate reaction to live sports events. Or if you want him to cover a certain team or topic, tell him outro music. Woo! If you want to get into seeing what type of trades the New York Knicks can make, Google NBA Trade Machine and play around with the trade machine and see which trades you can have go through. Send me some pictures. Send me what you think is a good look or nah. In the meantime, let's get it.